The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson. I'm back here with my co-host Dick Girardi, and we have a great week to bring to you, both nationally on the local level. We're going to talk with jockey Frankie Pennington, who teamed back up with the son of Smarty Jones, Dreams Untold, and jockey Ruben Silvera, who's been having a ton of success, is going to join us here on the show. Let's get to our local race of the week. Parks Race 9, a starter allowance going 6 furlongs for a $22,000 purse. And let's look at that, Dick. Manolette is back on the scene for 5-2 for Bobby Ann Hawthorne.
Yeah, well, you and I did a story on Bobby Ann a couple of weeks ago, and she's had a lot of success, especially with this horse, claimed for 12-5 back in February, and it's going for his 4th win since then.
Jamie Ness, our first choice favorite, 2-1 with Factor This In.
Yeah, Jamie Ness, he didn't win too many races last year, only 224 all around, and this horse was one of his best. 9 starts, 3 wins, 5 seconds in 2020.
Nice field. Let's look at the race.
They're off and racing. The inside, Manolete got away well. There goes King's House from the inside. Out in the center, American Talent makes it 3 to an early battle. In between rivals, Nick the Card Shark is next. Other after the entry, Franz Warriors to the inside, taking over 4th. Factor This In is next. Towards the inside, Monteleone. Followed out wide of that one, Belit the Boys, and trailing the field, Flashy Kayam. About 10 lengths off. A freewheeling King's House is up by 3 lengths. As they head towards that turn, it's King's House with the lead. As they make their way around the final bend, Manolete picks up the chase second. On the outside, American Talent is third. Coming under a ride, Franz Warrior. Monteleone is splitting horses next. 3 lengths back, Flashy Kayam is on the prowl. Outside, moving up, Nick the Card Shark. They come to the top of the stretch. King's House has the lead. Manolete moves up on the inside. They straighten away for the stretch drive. After that 46 half, it's Manolete through. Manolete takes the lead. Up on the outside, Monteleone picks up the chase now. Wavering is King's House on the outside. American Talent is leveled out. Some late go from Flashy Kayam, but inside the 16th, it's Manolete. Down to the finish, Manolete wins by 2.
Wow, so what a finish by Manolette. Wins for Bobby Ann Hawthorne. Kind of become a barn pet. They call him Pork Chop.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the pork chop came from, but I do know when this horse runs, you always get your money's worth. 5-2 is a nice price. And I love these horses that have that speed to be in the race the whole time. Danny, you always knew this horse was going to run good as soon as the race started. Wins drawing off at the end. And yeah, it's nice that we went over and did that story because we got to meet not only Bobby Ann, well, you already knew her, but her son is the owner and the horse. We got to see them all back in the winter circuit for the 5th time since the claim is won. I batted 65,000. Nice claim for 12-5 back in February.
He just has that nice sprinter body, son of Mineshaft, who has been competitive at all levels. So we certainly love seeing these connections do well. And we're going to talk to Frankie Pennington, who teamed back up with Dreams Untold, the son of Smarty Jones, bred by racing royalty Patricia Chapman.
Yeah, owned and bred by Pat Chapman, a son of Smarty Jones, out of her mare Shoot for the Stars by Seattle Slew. And when this horse first came out last November, John Service told me he really liked this horse. Now I'm talking November of 19 now, that he thought he had the potential to maybe even be in a race like the Preakness. That's how much he liked him. That didn't quite pan out, but big talented horse. And this is going to be the first time, this is from last week, we're going to show around 2 turns. So there was some question what was going to happen. Well, we're going to see in a minute what was going to happen, but this is might be the best son of Smarty Jones, boy, that maybe John has had, because we don't know exactly how good he's going to get yet. There's been some ones, obviously, some really good ones around here, but let's see how this one does over time.
Let's get to Frankie. Frankie, you teamed back up with the son of Smarty Jones, Dreams Untold. You rode him his first start, and you teamed up with 2 wins sprinting. This was your first time stretching him out, going a mile. Tell us about that patient ride you had.
Yeah, he was keen a little bit early on, but then the time we got past the 3/4 pole, he started relaxing very nice. And when I asked him to go on with it, I mean, he exploded, and took off really, really nice, the 2 turns.
It looks like you had a ton of horse there. You kind of sat to the half, and then it just kind of rolled from there. It was a really exciting finish, winning by 6 3/4 lengths.
Yes, he did it very easily. When I kind of dropped my reins on him, and he picked right up in the bit like nothing. I was like, man, this is good.
Scoring his best speed figure of 1:12, so that's just astonishing. So definitely exciting things to come with Dreams Untold, the son of Smarty Jones.
Yeah, you could see it. I mean, wins by almost 7 lengths. It got a 95 Beyer, which is easily a career top. And I asked John Service, I said, what's next? He's not sure if he's going to be able to get another condition or not, but he's certainly thinking stakes races in 2021 for this now 4-year-old son of Smarty Jones.
Definitely a possibility. When we come back, we're going to head into our first break. We're going to talk with jockey Ruben Silvera, who's had a ton of success here at Parks Racing. We're going to get to some national coverage, some graded stakes action around the country.
Fighting Mad leads by 3/4, but now Hard Not to Love comes right back for more.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in a Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We're here with jockey Ruben Silvera, who's had a lot of success here at Parks Racing recently. We're going to talk with him. Ruben, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for the interview.
Tell us how you got started becoming a jockey.
Well, I started when I was very young, 15 year old. I have right now 17-year-old riding.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you came from Panama. You've been riding for 17 years.
Yeah. I started in Panama 2003. My first ride is win.
Your first ride you went, and you teamed up, you're with agent Rich Englander here at Parks. How'd you meet Rich?
In New York.
Ruben, 115 wins last year. If you'd had another month, were you going to catch Michael?
Michael is a good rider. It's a little bit tough, You need to be positive in life. You try positive things, positive in your life,
Yeah, so you ride for a lot of different barns. Tell us about your relationships with them.
Yeah, well, I am really happy because some trainer help you, Ness, Esconley, Lulinder, he get good opportunity for riding horse. So I am really happy for that right now. So.
Yeah, you're very successful in all different barns, and we wish you all the best with your 21 campaign. Jockey Ruben Silvera here with us today. Time now for our National Race of the Week, brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, you probably did pay too much. In our National Race of the Week, we're going to head to Santa Anita for the Grade 3 La Cañada. Fillies and mares going 1 mile and 16th on the dirt, 200,000 purse, and our favorite is number 3, Fighting Mad at 4-5 for trainer Bob Baffer.
Yeah, I know this will shock everybody that Bob Baffer has a 4-5 favorite in a graded stakes race at Santa Anita, but yeah, Fighting Mad 5 for 9 lifetime. only 4 races last year, 4 races the year before, so still lightly races a 5-year-old mare.
Second choice is just too hard not to love. Number 2 for John Sheriffs. They sent her out. She's actually a half-sister to Wonder to go.
Yeah, and this is West Point Thoroughbreds, our buddy Terry Finley. She had some success last year. She's won over $500,000. On paper, she is definitely the horse to beat, but when Baffert is in at 4 to 5, he's always the horse to beat.
Let's see how the race unfolds.
Hard Not to Love leads by a half length coming to the 5/8 pole. Fighting Mad going right with her in second, a gap of 3.5 to Cienegas in third. Then Miss Stormy D fourth, as Fighting Mad has retaken the lead and opens up nearly a length. Message is now 8 lengths off the pace, followed by Never Be Enough and Proud Emma. There's a half-mile to run in the La Cañada Stakes. And Fighting Mad leads by 3/4, but now Hard Not to Love comes right back for more, as does Cienegas. So Hard Not to Love and Cienegas going on with it. At the rail, Fighting Mad is back to third. Miss Stormy D is in striking range, has had a good trip. A length and a half off the new clear leader, Cienegas. It's a big gap to the rest, headed by Never Be Enough, who is racing on the outside of Message, and then Proud Emma. Turning for home, Cienegas, the leader, opens up 2.5 now on Miss Stormy D. Fighting Mad has dropped out of it. Hard Not to Love is outside of her. It's all Cienegas with a furlong left to go. A dazzling display. Opens up 5. Miss Stormy D is in second. Hard Not to Love trying her best on the outside behind Cienegas, who will jog home under Umberto Rispoli, scoring by almost 6 lengths. Tight photo, very close between Miss Stormy D and Hard Not to Love.
Wow, and what a finish for the Chilean bred Cienegas.
Yeah, 7 to 1, and I mean, you're thinking maybe this horse can win, but this was a blowout. I mean, he ends up winning by 6, a 93 buyer figure for my man Mike McCarthy, the longtime Todd Pletcher assistant, who's obviously had great success since he's gone west to California. This is just another one of those successes.
Miss Stormy D for Carly Gaines finished second, but our girl Hard Not to Love closed really hard for third. I mean, you have to love this mare. They've been very open about her anxiety issues and just the care that this horse gets. She's very attached with her groom. Sometimes you'll even see him walking her all the way to the gate, and they've really managed her well.
Right, and she's got just one eye, so they have to put her in certain positions in the races, and they've obviously been open about that as well.
We're going to head to the Grade 3 Tropical Turf down at sunny Florida, Gulfstream Park.
Yeah, this is always one of my favorite early season races, Danny, and in here, Ride a Comet is going to be our favorite 2 to 1 for Mark Cassie. Just fires every time, 7 out of 12 lifetime for Ride a Comet.
An extremely stacked field of proven turf milers. Ride a Comet, Casa Creed, second choice, and our third choice, Frostmore, John Velasquez.
Yeah, and Casa Creed is a Bill Mott, only 3 for 16, didn't win a race last year, but it's Bill Mott, and last time was out in the BC Mile, had no chance, so just put a line through that race. This is more realistic in this spot.
Bill Mott actually had 2 wins on the day. He was going for his third here. Let's see how that happens.
Very easy lead for Frostmore up front. He leads a length and a quarter. Tusk is second. Casa Creed is third. 2.5 to Ride a Comet, who's now fourth. Flying Scotsman races while fifth and about 6 lengths off the lead. At the rail and admission office, then Hey Dakota, and Dr. Mounty is last. The opening quarter, 24 seconds flat. Very reasonable for these classy individuals as John Velasquez doles out the speed of Frostmore up front. Up on the outside, Tusk is second. Casa Creed is at the rail third. Racing from fourth and Ride a Comet. Down at the rail goes Flying Scotsman. Hey Dakota gets started 3 wide. Dr. Mounty is now out of last, and the trailer is admission office. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. They went 47 and 3 for the opening half mile. Frostmore with the fresh legs. He leads by a length and a half. Toward the rail, Casa Creed getting ready to launch his bid. Ride a Comet tries to keep him in. 4 wide goes Hey Dakota, dropping back his Tusk. 3/4, 1:10 and 4, less than a quarter of a mile to go. Frostmore now asked to kick in as Casa Creed takes aim, and Casa Creed is up on the outside to take the lead. Ride a Comet tries to run at him. Ride a Comet and Casa Creed, these two. Ride a Comet getting up. Ride a Comet wins the Tropical Turf.
That was just a perfect trip with Tyler Gaffleone exploding at the end. Long layoff, but boy, did he come back firing.
Yeah, hadn't run since November at Woodbine on the Tapeta, and again, Mark Cassie's just one of those guys. I mean, he wins hundreds of races every year, 183 last year. He is in the Hall of Fame. He just didn't actually get inducted last year because of the pandemic. But yeah, Ride a Comet's a neat horse, and now 8 for 13 lifetime. And I love these horses, no seconds. If he's in the race, he wins.
He's actually a half to Belmont Stakes winner, Tap Right, so pretty interesting. And Casa Creed, no shame in a second there.
Nope.
Junior Alvarado just rode him like
Gave him every chance.
Yeah. And no excuse from Frostmore with third. I mean, he led the whole way, set reasonable fractions, just didn't hold on.
I thought he was gone, Danny. Had to loosen the lead. Couldn't have been any easier, but they both caught him.
We're actually going to stay at Gulfstream Park, where a son of Into Mischief, Mischievous Alex, makes his 4-year-old debut for trainer Safi Joseph, and an allowance optional claimer for $62,500 claiming. Sprinting on 6 furlongs.
Yeah, of course, we saw him break his maiden here in June of 2019. Everybody knows the horse because Chuck Zachney and Glenn Bennett own him. New trainer now, he's down in Florida. Obviously, it was John Service. He won 2 graded stakes last year. He won the Gotham, he won the Swale, then he kind of tailed off a little bit. The pandemic, I think, set him back. Hasn't run since August, but obviously a huge favorite in this spot, an optional claimer. He's 9-10.
Yeah, teaming back up at IRAD. Second choice is also for trainer Safi Joseph. Yodelehi, who at 4-1 gets Tyler Gaffleone.
Yeah, Tyler just won the stake we just talked about. And this is a horse who also is just a winner, 7 winners, 4 seconds. 2/3, Safi Joseph, in for $62,500. This horse is actually in for the claiming price. Mischievous Alex is obviously not in for the claiming price, as he is named after Chuck's son. This horse will not be claimed.
And they're off. Missing the start was Run for the Munnings. Winning the start was Yodelehi, who's headed off for the early lead. On the outside, Our Nation on Parade. Centaured between is Shot Tanker into third. Mischievous Alex is going to get put in tight. He's going to have to back off and race from fourth. Length and a half to Admiral Lynch. Then comes Fortune's Fool. Epic Dreamers in the black colors nearest the inside. Cheryl Spite is second last, and after a bad break, the trailer is Run for the Munnings. They make their way to the far turn, and up front, the leader is Yodelehi, who on top 3 parts of length. To the outside in second, Our Nation on Parade. Admiral Lynch, let go 3 wide for a run third. Shot Tanker fourth. Mischievous Alex still patiently handled while fifth. Trying to run home from the back is Epic Dreamer. Nothing today from Fortune's Fool or Run for the Munnings as they run to the top of the stretch. With the advantage, it's still Yodelehi, who trying to repel challenges as Mischievous Alex is launched 4 wide, and he's hitting high gear now. Top of the lane, and here comes the big favorite, Mischievous Alex, up to take on the leader, Yodelehi, who these two have kicked on, but Mischievous Alex going 2-1 of his second rival as they come home for the money. Mischievous Alex back on his game, and he's sharp in victory to win going away.
And our boy Mischievous Alex does not disappoint. Safi Joseph with the exacta.
Yeah, this was super impressive because he had to wait forever on the inside. IRAD did. And when this horse got clear running in the stretch, just exploded. 103 buyer, which is a career top. And it's interesting, if you look back, Danny, in this horse's history, was purchased for $75,000. Does that sound at all familiar? That's exactly what a Fleet Alex was purchased for way back in the day in 2004. All he did, of course, was win the Preakness and the Belmont Stakes for Chuck and his partners back in 2005. So, yeah, neat story, and we'll see what happens next. Chuck's maybe talking about the General George at Laurel next month as a possible next start for Mischievous Alex.
Wow, great to see him back up here in our Mid-Atlantic region. When we come back, Jockey and Trainer of the Week on Let's Go Racing. Don't go anywhere. If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now, and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, safely assisting racehorses into safe retirement here at Parks Racing for over 11 years. And our Jockey of the Week is apprentice rider Laureano Flores Jr., who's just had a great run since coming back in the new year with 4 wins.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot of promise. We'll see where it goes. It's always fun to see the apprentices who are just getting started start to get hot, because if they get hot, they will be used, obviously, because of the weight allowance.
Yeah, his dad was a jockey too and is now an exercise rider, so great to see the whole family out here supporting him. And our trainer of the week is my buddy Michael Moore, who's just been on a tear. Runs a small barn with his wife Liz, but sends out horses. They always look impeccable, and had a few nice wins here this week and one up at Aqueduct as well.
Yeah, Mike's one of the good guys at the track, and I know he's gotten our trainer of the week before, but always nice to see him back in the spotlight here.
Let's get into race recap, brought to you by Pewter Stable. You can check him out at pewterstable.com. Great way to get in the game and become an owner. Trainer Kate DeMasi, everyone knows, is one of my local heroes and one of the best female trainers here in the Mid-Atlantic region.
Yeah, she's one of the best, period, and she's in our Hall of Fame for a reason. She's as good as it gets.
We're going to head out to the Grade 3 La Cienegas at Santa Anita.
Yeah, and this is an interesting race. It's a Grade 3 for 100. We're going only 6 furlongs on the turf, Danny, and this is out of this new turf chute that they just built at Santa Anita. And the big favorite in here is Jolie Olympica. She's in the race, but not really. The other favorite, Alexander, people noticed that she tossed rider Joel Rosario right at the start. So who is this? Charmaine's Mia, the 2, is just going to be in front the whole way at 16 to 1. How about 6 furlongs and a cool 107.81, 16 to 1 romps up.
Yeah, they were simply flying with Drayden Van Dyke. She's fresh in California. Her trainer Phil D'Amato was running up at Woodbine, and exciting to see what she's going to do out in California.
Yeah, speed is always dangerous in any race in California, especially those turf sprints.
We're going to go up to Aqueduct for the Say Florida Sandy Stakes. Our buddy Kendrick Carmouche makes a debut with one of the Michelle Nevin, who sends out a pair.
Yeah, Funny Guy's the 4 to 5 favorite. The 1, John Terranova and Manny Franco, and is kind of in good position, Danny, most of the way. But here's the 2, Our Last Buck, with, as you said, Kendrick swings this horse out in the stretch. It's just going to blow by the field. And how about Kendrick early in this Aqueduct meet? Remember, he won the fall meet. How about 96 mounts, 28 wins? He's at 29%. He's 10 in front of the field at this point at the Aqueduct winter meet.
He's just doing awesome up there and so well deserved. This horse was cutting back in distance, and Michelle said, you know, being older helped him a little bit, settled him down. And no excuse by Funny Guy, our favorite. Manny Franco said he did everything right, just a big heavy horse, and track was a little deep for him that day.
Yeah, it just wasn't good enough. Our Last Buck, a 96 buyer. Really impressive effort.
We're going to go back to Santa Anita for the Colloquian Queen. 6.5 furlongs, fillies and mares sprinting. And let's guess, Bob Baffert with a favorite, Kahira, who teams up with Joel Rosario.
Yeah, 3 to 2, solid, seven to lifetime starts, 4 wins. Horse with speed, always kind of in the race. And in the end, I mean, she's just going to blow by the field, get an 88 buyer, win pretty impressively. And is that her man, Art Sherman, with one of the other favorites acting out?
Yes, he was back in Stakes Company. He was really excited to be there. He said this horse is one of the reasons why he gets up in the morning, fillies like this. He owns a piece of her and has some nice partners, and great interview with him they had on TVG, and I think our favorite Kahira, they said they're just going to keep moving forward with her and probably work towards the Breeders' Cup sprint.
Still one of the great moments. You and I talked about this the other day in the history of this racetrack when Art Sherman came here in 2014 with California Chrome.
Definitely one of the good guys and just so easy to root for.
Absolutely.
It's time for Ion Racing. We have a huge weekend racing around the country. We're going to go down to Louisiana Stakes for the Grade 3 Lecomte. It's a Kentucky Derby prep race for our 3-year-olds.
Yeah, this is the first significant prep race. This is one of 3 down there, then the Risen Star Louisiana Derby that'll be at Fairgrounds. But yes, we'll have one just about every weekend from now until May.
Also at Fairgrounds, they're going to have their Grade 3 Louisiana Stakes. And a lot of local horses will be heading down to Laurel Park. They have their Winter Carnival Day Stakes, so 6 stakes on the card today.
And if Park's horses do well, you will find out about it next week on the show.
Gulfstream has their Sunshine Millions Day, and Santa Anita is going to have their Cal Cup Day, so just tons of action around the country today.
There will be action, there will be gambling. I advise you to get involved.
We head into our final break. When we get back, news and notes. Don't go anywhere on Let's Go Racing. If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Breeding thoroughbreds is a complicated business, but one that is done for the love of the horse and the sport of horse racing. Founded in 1948, the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association is a not-for-profit organization focused on the breeding and care of thoroughbred horses. PHBA is responsible for managing all aspects of the Pennsylvania Breeding Fund and the official registration, marketing, and promotion of Pennsylvania-bred thoroughbred racehorses. PHBA works with industry leaders to help bring reform and benefits to breeders, owners, racetracks, and the general public. Breeding thoroughbreds is a unique and gratifying lifestyle, one that allows participants an experience unmatched in its emotional intensity and in the enduring social relationships it forges. Whether you're currently a breeder or considering getting involved in this exciting industry, the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association can help in your quest to master the complexities of breeding a thoroughbred.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing with news and notes brought to you by the Granny Fund, helping continuing education here on our backstretch community. Well, we have some sad news. Goldikova, three-time Breeders' Cup miler winner, did die at the age of 16.
Yeah, I saw all three of them. In fact, I saw when she was going for a fourth in a row. They finally beat her at Churchill Downs a decade ago. But talk about acceleration on the turf. I mean, it was just fun to watch. Like, the other horses looked like they were going in slow motion when she started running. But yeah, think about that. Three-time Breeders' Cup mile winner, the great Goldikova.
She was a really special mare, very strong. Her trainer, Freddie, he describes her as just being such a tough mare. Wouldn't even let anybody in the stall except her groom. He said, I couldn't even go in the stall. And he even said he hadn't had a vet look at her in the 5 years he had her. That just shows her a testament of her athleticism and soundness and strength.
Yeah,
so
she was some horse, for sure.
Greatly will be missed. And we have promising news down in Palm Beach Meadows. Vequist has her first work back on the tab, going 4 furlongs for Butch Reed. Obviously, they're getting her ready for her first race back in preps for the Kentucky Oaks this year.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures, and I know you have some too, Danny. She looks like she's grown. She's gotten bigger from November when she won the Breeders' Cup, obviously. And they haven't announced it yet, but she's going to be the 2-year-old filly champion from 2020.
So excited. Butch said he's always wanted to train a champion like that, and the Eclipse is just what a feather in a cap for a great career he's really had here. So, and well, great. It was a great show. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi. Thanks so much for spending your Saturday with us. Come check us out at Parks Racing. We're live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, post time 12:25. Thanks, and see you next week.